Hey guys, we're here at Animal Wonders, and to be honest, it's been a rough week. While I give you a quick rundown of the situation, here's a cute baby animal to look at. We are a fully licensed and insured educational outreach organization. Our mission is to rescue displaced exotic animals, provide them a lifelong home, and then train those captive wild animals to become ambassadors for their species. We do educational presentations with these amazing animals to instill a love of nature, connection to the natural world, and educate about biology, behavior, and the environment. So the important part to remember is that we are licensed and insured. For now, 38 more days. Our insurance company just dropped us because they said we house snakes over 2 feet. We've had snakes from the very beginning of Animal Wonders, from the moment we started, and nothing has changed. So let's look at some snakes and see what makes them so darn scary that someone might make the decision that would put all of our animals at risk. 78 animals that we have here, some of which are special needs, which might not be able to be rehomed, and some are endangered, such as our brush-tailed batong. This is Wilbur. He's a western hognose snake, and he's about 20 inches long. So technically he would be allowed under our insurance policy because he's under 2 feet. Has nothing to do with his behavior. So his behavior is going to be a little bit nervous being held, so I would never have him be handled by the public. This is Slither. She is a Sonoran gopher snake. She's 19 years old and almost 7 feet long. And she doesn't look that long, and that's because she's nice and calm around my arm here, and she's really mellow. She is one of the calmest snakes I've ever had the pleasure to work with. And because she's over the arbitrary 2-foot rule, she wouldn't be allowed under our insurance. So we wouldn't be able to take her out and do presentations with her, let alone have anyone handle her. Now, we've had some amazing experiences with people that have phobias of snakes and they won't get anywhere near any snake, except Slither. She's so calm and so just amazing that they're able to overcome their phobia of snakes and come and touch her and handle her. I have 3 snakes. This is Phineas, Domino, and CS. And these are motley corn snakes. These guys are super common in the pet trade because they're easygoing attitude and they're not very temperature sensitive. So they're a beginner snake for a lot of people that want to get into the snake as pets. All 3 of them are over 2 feet, so none of these guys would be allowed under our insurance. This is Sandy, the Kenya sand boa. She's about 22 inches long, so she meets that under 2 feet arbitrary rule. She is the perfect snake in all regards because she's super easygoing, calm, relaxed when being held. She's so calm you can touch her tail and she doesn't mind. You can even touch her head and she doesn't mind. So she's a perfect snake all around. This is Daisy, the Colombian red-tailed boa. She's about the same length as Slither, the Sonoran gopher snake, but her girth is quite a bit bigger. She's about 7 feet long right now, but she can get up to 12 feet long. And I would understand an insurance company being concerned about a snake this large. We always have 2 wildlife educators handling her whenever we're close to the public. No one but me comes close to her head so I can see her behavior at all times. Of course we are cautious with such a large animal. I'd be cautious when approaching a large dog or a horse. This arbitrary rule of over 2 feet, seems to be based in bias and stereotype of species such as the reticulated python, Burmese python, or anaconda, instead of actual facts about each species. Insurance companies are worried about the spread of disease such as salmonella, so to mitigate that risk, we use hand sanitizer or washing hands after every interaction with a reptile. So this arbitrary under 2 feet rule doesn't really have any basis in the reality of handling these animals in general. That's why it's so important for organizations like Animal Wonders to be educating about these animals, because the kids that we're teaching today are going to become the professionals of every area in the future.